The political landscape of Nigeria has just been hit by a massive earthquake today. And if you have been anywhere near a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer in the last few hours, you have definitely seen the headline that is completely tearing up the internet and setting social media platforms on absolute fire. The viral news boldly claims that Rabiu Musa Kwankwasiyya has officially resigned from the new Nigeria People's Party today and has immediately joined the African Democratic Congress to become the official running mate of Peter Obi for the massive presidential election coming up in 2027. This is the kind of explosive political gist that stops everyone in their tracks because it directly answers the biggest, most important question millions of Nigerians have been actively asking for the past year and a half. We have to sit down calmly, look very closely at the verified political facts, separate the real strategic political chess moves from wild internet rumors, and understand exactly what is currently happening behind the closed doors of these powerful political heavyweights. Right now, in this incredibly tense month of March in the year 2026, the political game is moving faster than ever before, and to truly grasp the heavy weight of what just happened today, we have to naturally rewind the tape just a little bit and closely look at the intense sequence of events that have been rapidly unfolding since the very beginning of this incredibly dramatic year. Nigeria officially entered the year 2026 dealing with a lot of heavy and completely unprecedented economic shifts. Massive new tax policies and controversial stamp duty charges took full effect nationwide right in the month of January, and this sudden economic shift put a lot of extra painful pressure on everyday citizens who are honestly just trying to survive, feed their families, and run their small businesses in peace. Because of these incredibly tough and demanding economic conditions, the public outcry and massive demand for a united, powerful, and competent political opposition has been significantly louder than at any other point in our recent democratic history. The everyday Nigerian people are completely tired of seeing divided opposition politicians selfishly fighting themselves in the media instead of coming together to fight for the struggling masses. This deep, widespread frustration is exactly what pushed Peter Obi to make his very first massive, shocking political move earlier this year. You might clearly remember the heavy, continuous drama that surrounded the Labour Party for months, with endless distracting court cases, bitter internal struggles, and the constant damaging friction with the Julius Abure-led faction of the party. Recognizing very quickly that he absolutely could not successfully fight a major national election while constantly fighting a bitter civil war inside his own political house, Peter Obi made the bold, calculated, and highly strategic decision to formally and officially exit the Labour Party at the very beginning of 2026. He officially packed his political bags, gathered his massive support base, and smoothly moved his entire political structure into the African Democratic Congress, which is widely known across the country as the ADC. This logical conclusion is exactly where the famous name Rabiu Musa Kwankwasiyya heavily entered the daily political chat, and this is exactly where the internet began to spin its own wild, sensational narratives to capture everyone's attention. Back in the month of January of 2026, a very specific, interesting video unexpectedly surfaced on Facebook and immediately started spreading like a massive wildfire across all major social media networks and messaging applications. In this particular video, Rabiu Kwankwaso was clearly seen standing directly in front of a microphone, passionately addressing a massive cheering crowd of his highly dedicated supporters at his famous historic residence located on Miller Road in the heart of Kano State. Social media bloggers and certain unverified online news channels quickly attached a very misleading, highly sensational English caption to this video. They boldly claimed that in this specific footage, Kwankwaso was openly and desperately begging to be Peter Obi's vice president and that he had completely surrendered his own lifelong presidential ambitions. Because the video was spoken entirely in Hausa language, many people in the southern and eastern parts of the country who did not understand the local language simply believed the false English text captions and shared the video thousands of times without asking questions. It caused a massive political uproar and generated endless debates on national television. While Kwankwasiyya publicly and bravely insisted earlier in the year that recent defections and internal structural movements were only serving to strengthen the NNPP, the quiet, highly strategic and heavily guarded meetings happening constantly behind closed doors were telling a completely different and far more urgent story. The top northern political elites have been heavily debating their next crucial move for months, and the absolute pressure to quickly form a completely united nationwide front has been rapidly mounting every single passing day. Fast forward directly to today, the 29th of March 2026, and the massive political pressure cooker has finally officially exploded for the whole world to see. Verified reports from multiple credible sources have just officially confirmed that Rabiu Musa Kwankwasiyya has officially and formally resigned his membership from the new Nigeria People's Party. Let me repeat that because it is monumental. This is absolutely not a rumor, this is completely not a manipulated Facebook video, and this is certainly not a political drill. It is an official, thoroughly verified political reality that has just been publicly announced today. When officially stating his primary reasons for taking this massive historic decision, Kwankwasiyya very clearly and specifically cited the urgent need for a strategic realignment. Those two specific words, strategic realignment, are currently the absolute most powerful and heavily discussed words in Nigerian politics today. They essentially mean that the old political chessboard is being rapidly cleared out, old loyalties and failing party structures are being permanently packed away, and a massive, completely new political vehicle is being aggressively constructed right before our very watchful eyes. The next few approaching days and weeks are going to be absolutely undeniably critical for the survival of the opposition. We are definitely going to witness a massive flood of urgent press conferences, countless secret midnight meetings, and massive unexpected political declarations as the ADC urgently finalizes its much talked about consensus strategy. Rabiu Musa Kwankwasiyya is widely known as a brilliant, highly experienced master political tactician, and he absolutely does not make a massive risky move like resigning entirely from a powerful political party he personally built without knowing precisely where his next heavy foot is going to safely land. The massive political puzzle is almost entirely complete. The major heavyweight players have officially taken their strategic positions on the grand board, and the difficult road to the highly anticipated 2027 general elections has officially and permanently become the absolute most unpredictable, fascinating, and wildly exciting political journey in our entire modern democratic history. Keep your eyes completely wide open, never fall quickly for fake translations or rushed internet rumors, and always ensure you look for the properly verified truth firmly hidden behind the sensational viral headlines.